has some stuff going on, but we are now live, so we'll just wait till some folks hopefully get here and then just talk about some channel stuff. A little bit shaky, sorry about that. And yeah, just gonna kind of wait around here, I guess, until the numbers start showing up. Maybe I should have my laptop open. I'm always saying I'm gonna. Garbage Truck 21 says hi. Hey, how you doing? I keep saying I'm gonna not use my laptop and just look at the comments on the screen like I did just now, but I feel like in case I miss any, I should have YouTube open. So we're gonna do that now. Alright, YouTube. Let's go to my channel. I have to mute this. There we go. Remember the first stream I did, I made the mistake of having the volume on the laptop when I had the comment thing open and like the video playing, and then it was like playback, like my, voice, twice. So I definitely learned from that mistake. But yeah, these are just some Halloween cars I have. I figured, you know, 'tis the season sort of thing. I do kind of get a few of these out and put them on like the windowsill and stuff each year. There are actually a few more on the windowsill that I'll show later, but yeah, for right now, that is what we have here. It's kind of a pan around view of these. I think my favorite is probably this Butterfinger Mustang back here. I got that from like a flea market several years ago. It was like a bundle. Well, it wasn't a bundle. There was like a group of cars in like a bag. Flea markets are gems for stuff like that. You go and like there's always either just little cars like, you know, like these or something, or you can get like really good deals on just bulk items. Like here's a whole bag of cars for $5 or $10 or something like that. And usually you have hidden gems in there. I think, yeah, my brother and I ended up splitting up, I think, whatever that bag was. This was going back like 4 years. So he got a bunch of old Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and then I got a whole bunch. That was the first flea market we'd been to for a while, if I recall. So that was exciting. Then we got some stuff to just open back here. The policecarmodels.com site that I get some, you know, models from, they had some new stuff. They also have a couple of exclusive Greenlight models that are exclusive to policecarmodels.com. So we have this Tahoe and this Crown Victoria here in these two boxes. I actually already opened these. I just put them back in the boxes. So I guess this will be kind of like a re-unboxing. And then I have this 86 Ford Taurus by Motormax, 1/43rd scale. I did not open that one yet. And this one I just got today from a Dollar Tree. This Corvette. Forgot that Hot Wheels was actually making that drag strip. I didn't even know that they had a drag strip series. I also found a bunch of Matchbox there, but these will be for a separate video in the future. Like a Hot Wheels and Matchbox hunting video or something like that. You guys know I'm into doing those, so we'll be doing those too. So let me, what I'll do is let me just lean this here. I have to move some stuff real quick. Oh, there goes the camera. All right, bear with me for a sec. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I tried to lean the phone against this pile of cars, but it didn't work. I just had some stuff to get off the bed, and now I can move the laptop, so it's positioned here, and then I can see the comments in the video and stuff. So yeah, here's the Halloween cars. I'll kind of, I guess, do a more in-depth tour. It was a little bit later once we have some more people joining us. But in the meantime, here's the display currently of the big cars and the smaller Hot Wheels cars. I did actually just yesterday, I switched out all the cars. It had been over a month. I usually don't let them go that long, but a bunch of stuff came up and I just didn't get a chance to do it. So I thought, you know, yesterday before the stream, I'm just gonna do, you know, the whole car switch thing. I know I usually save a few for the streams, but I thought, you know, I'm just gonna do the whole thing. I may open these up so there's less glare, but a lot of these are repeat cars that have been in the case, but there's a few newer ones down here. You guys probably recognize a lot of these from my Hot Wheels Hunting at Giant video, Well, this Hudson Hornet I've had for a while now, but this Audi and Civic and these four up here are newer and have not yet been in the case. And we did find the new 2022 Porsche 911 GT3 by Hot Wheels from Giant, along with this Scion. I always love finding like little versions of larger scale cars. Like here's an example here. Just got this Maisto Porsche 911 GT3. And yeah, you will see that I have two of the Hot Wheels ones. I had one, the roof was actually messed up when I got it out of the blisters. So I touched up the roof with black paint. Didn't like the result too much, so I got this one here to replace it, but now I just kind of have both. So I'm going to keep both for right now. I may let this one go eventually, or I might maybe try to like repaint it or something. But I thought, you know, we'll have one in the case, and then we'll have one next to its larger sibling, I guess. I don't know how to word it or what to call it, but yeah, that's what we got going on there. And Porsche is the theme, as you can probably see. We got the Carrera GT, the 911 991, 911 GT3, and the 918 Spider. So Welly, Maisto, and Maisto. And yeah, I did switch out all these smaller cars in here. I'm trying to think of what else is new. I do have to, these old ones never leave the case. I love my Hot Wheels, like red lines, so they always stay in there. I do switch them around within their row though, but I forgot to do that, so I won't do that tonight, but for right now, there's all the cars there. I sort of do like themes by row, or yeah, like themes by row, as a lot of you probably already can tell and have already seen. So supercars, anniversary sets, Hot Wheels ID cars. These are just classic cars from like the hello Nick, great selection of diecast cars. Thanks. Yeah, I try to like keep it sort of diverse, at least in like the case here, as far as that goes, with like the themes and everything too. So yeah, we have classic cars in that row, rally/race cars. This was kind of an unintentional, because I actually got these three at the same time from Giant, and they all kind of fit into like the race car or like rally car theme, so that's why they're together. And of course the fabulous Hudson Hornet, literally, that's what it says on there. That of course kind of fits into the race car theme. And then we have the police and like kind of emergency vehicles down here. You guys saw these two Crown Vics during my last stream, made by a Greenlight. I didn't open these up then, but they were already open, and I just kind of showcased them. This is an EMS Dodge Charge, and then we have a Chevy Tahoe Fire Chief. We got old Matchbox, old Hot Wheels, like always, and then the Hot Wheels Flames cars, had 4 of those there. Hot Wheels Red Lines. Then we have some fantasy cars, 2 of which are treasure hunts, both of which came from Giant. Giant's really done me good in the past couple years with finding just the Hot Wheels castings that I want or need, or just finding treasure hunts, so that's fantastic. Then we have 4 Maisto Fresh Metal cars down here. These are all kind of just early 2000s cars, which ends off with this Thunderbird, which pretty much blends into the background there. Like look at that. But kind of cool, I suppose. Then I got 4 Kinsmart pullbacks up here, along with this pumpkin decoration that I've had for well over a decade now. So yeah, we got some Halloween stuff, I guess, kind of posed around the cars and everything. So I figured I'd be a little bit festive in that sense. Then, of course, you guys have all been waiting for this Impala, for sure. The next unboxing and review will be of the Impala here. I'm really excited to finally have any version of the Maisto Impala, and I'll definitely be saying that a lot in my video of it, so just keep that in mind when you're watching it. But this California Highway Patrol livery is just fantastic. I think it looks good on any, like police cruiser with this livery, I mean. But Maisto also made an NYPD, Tennessee State Police, and like a military like police or security car, along with a taxi. And then of course they had the regular Impala SS to go along with all those. And I do kind of talk about the differences between the SS or the Super Sport and all these kind of police versions and that taxi that Maisto made, because there are differences. You're going to have like different seats, just to name one example. Of course, obviously, different wheels. The SS won't have all these police things on it and stuff. Now, Maisto calls this an SS Impala. Glad he got this diecast Maisto Highway Patrol Impala neck. Yeah, thank you. I'm really excited about it. As you'll hear me saying in the video of it, like tons of times. We're getting blurred out here, aren't we? There we go. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? See, I kind of go over like all the differences of like the police versions and like the regular just SS version. But yeah, Maisto calls this an Impala SS, but in real life you would not see police Impala SSs. What the police versions were called were the 9C1s, and they were all based off kind of the base trim of the Impala, at least as far as the 2000 through 2005 models go. And that would hold true for the 2006 through 2016 era as well. You had the I think for that generation after this one for the Impala, you did have an Impala SS. I think it was sold until '09 or something. But yeah, the police 9C1 Impala, I think it's kind of just underrated in general because of course when the Crown Victoria was still a pretty active, player in like the law enforcement game, it was, I think, overshadowing a lot of other police cruisers that you would see. Of course, now with the Crown Vic being gone and the Impala being gone, I think the Chevy Tahoe and the Ford Explorer are kind of the two dominant police cars that you're seeing, along with the Dodge Charger too. But that's going away too. We're not going to have any like police sedans after a while. That's going to be really weird to kind of, see that. But it is what it is, I suppose. It's just kind of weird to think about that. But yeah, I kind of have a nice rainbow going on with these Porsches here. I'm just realizing. But yeah, really happy to have the GT3 and the Impala. Right as soon as I gave up looking for these things, they both show up as Sam's Club in October, nonetheless. I never see models there to like buy. Well, I've seen models there in October, but usually by then it's like, all right, I have all the ones I want for this year, no more. But these two I'm actually searching for, so I was happy to find those. Absolutely. Um, and then over here, which is kind of a mess, I'm sorry about that. We have my Citroen Traction Avant by Maisto and the Citroen 2CV by Maisto, along with its little friend here, the Rainbow 2CV. This came in a set of 3 cars. It was like my very first wheels or something. I found it on eBay. I did make a video of it, I think, last year, but kind of a cool thing here. You can tell that this is based off a newer 2CV because I think in the 60s they added that third window. This is a 1952 model, so you don't have the third window, and you have the corrugated hood. I think after a while the headlights became square shaped too. So this one is probably based off a 1960s model because you don't have these square lights, but you do have the rear window and you still have the corrugated hood too. But yeah, and this roof does come off as well. I'm not going to take it off here, but kind of a cool feature. And then, of course, the Civic that never leaves because I have a real Civic just like this, except mine is a darker kind of metallic red molten lava pearl. This never leaves this shelf here. So I just kind of have it there, of course. But we'll go ahead and I guess reopen these 2 exclusive models from policecarmodels.com. So first we have this 90s Crown Victoria here. These are both by Greenlight, by the way. I think I already said that. Hopefully I don't tear this thing apart. There we go. But these are policecarmodel.com exclusive issues, apparently. These are like $6 or $7 each. I guess kind of pricey for Greenlights, but they're limited to, I think, like 1,500 units each or 5,000. I don't know. On policecarmodels.com, I think it'll tell you. But here's the Crown Vic. It's just kind of the unmarked black and white version that you would see a lot of. But this is pretty cool. And it is the proper 1/64th scale as well. And something cool that Greenlight does, they don't put a single year. They put a year range. 1992, 1997 Ford Crown Victoria. So don't just give this a single year. You could make this any of those years, I guess, like if you want to. Although I will say that in 92, the grille was different. So technically this would be a 93 to a 97 model, but not a big deal. I'm still happy to have it. This does kind of fit nicely with this police version here. This is a 93 Crown Victoria. This is the unmarked version. Then you have like the Ford, I think, show car, police car. So kind of cool. And the other exclusive model we have is the 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe PPV undercover unit. This is all black. You got the black wheels, gloss black paint. Looks very cool. We'll get this one out next. Hopefully I don't tear off that plastic there. I'm sure I just did. Whatever. Pull it out. go. And here's the Tahoe. Very big casting. Then again, the Tahoe is a pretty big vehicle. Speaking of Tahoes, make sure you check out my 1/24th scale Chevy Tahoe unboxings and reviews. I have a Welly 2008 Tahoe and a Maisto 2021 Tahoe, both of which I reviewed and unboxed as my previous videos. So, but yeah, here's that green light Tahoe. Looks really awesome in this all black look. My local police department does use Tahoes, kind of similar to this one. Of course, they have all the different markings and stuff on them, but I'm glad to have this. Kind of cool that policecarmodels.com does the kind of exclusive models. I hope they do more maybe in the future, or they order more. I don't know how it works. I guess they have some kind of contract with like Greenlight or something. I'm not really too sure on that, but that is cool. Let's open up this Hot Wheels Corvette next. This is from Dollar Tree. 1962 Corvette gas. I didn't know that Hot Wheels made a 62 Corvette casting. I know that they have the other 60s Corvette castings, but I didn't know that they had a 62. That was the final year of the C1 generation of the Vet, so it is kind of cool to see it. Kind of this copper color, too. It says Mad Mouse on the side, and that's interesting, but this will go well with my Nova gasser and my Bel Air gasser, also by Hot Wheels. HW drag strip. Get this one out. Pops right out. That is a really cool paint color. I don't think I have any Hot Wheels castings in that shade. I don't know if it's like a copper, maybe an orange or brown. I don't know what to call it, but it's really cool. I love this. Nice detailing with that engine popping out too. Goes good in both the Corvette collection and the Gasser collection. So awesome. We'll put these kind of back here. And then I got this 1/43rd scale Ford Taurus, 1986. This is a Sheriff. 86 was actually the first year of the Taurus in general. So it is kind of cool to have a model of that. And also in like the police configuration as well. But I'm not too sure how... Oh, I guess I have to open it up. So we got some tape on there. Let me try to get this knife thing open with one hand. There we go. Oops, orientation locked. All right. Let's get this out. I don't know how this opens. It's all this like cardboard stuff. I'm just gonna tear it apart. I'm not gonna save the cardboard backing for this thing, I don't think. There we go. All right, I got that off. This display case is actually pretty nice that Motor Max gives you for their 1/43rd scale cars. Here's the Taurus. Looks cool. Get this out of the way. I think it's held down. Yeah, there is a screw down here. So I think maybe this comes off. Let me see. All right, there it is here. See if I can use two hands to... Oh, there we go. There goes our camera. Hello. Bowman says hello. Hey. Sorry, I'll be back in a sec once I get this thing. Oh, of course. Motor Max tapes it shut. Yeah, look at this. Taped shut. Not only do they tape the cardboard, but they tape the display case itself shut. All right, that's ridiculous. Especially trying to do it with like one hand too. Wow. At least it looks good in the display case like that. Oh man, I knew something would happen. All right, let's get it open from... Okay, I think I just got it open. I had to kind of slit the tape with the knife, so we just got to do this side. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Finally, got it open. But yeah, here's that Taurus. I think it's a cool... I know that the LTD Crown Victoria was still being sold in 86, and of course the Crown Victoria will be redesigned for 92, and then it would kind of overshadow any other police vehicle made by Ford until the police interceptor utility kind of took over in 2015. But this is the 86 Ford Taurus Sheriff by Motormax. Looks really cool. We just got to get it unscrewed from this base here. Oh, man. There we go. Finally, it's open. All right, here's the car. I'd say that's accurate 1/43rd scale. That's actually pretty well detailed, too. Yeah, it's kind of like a black, maybe a brown, has Sheriff on the sides, dial 911, and then Sheriff on the back with that Ford logo. They even have the roll cage, or not the roll cage, the partition, and there's a gun in there, too. It's actually a pretty well detailed model for like an $8, somewhat cheap 1/43rd scale car. I'm kind of impressed with this, especially for like a Motormax. So yeah, there is some paint issues on the roof, but I think for $8 you can't really ask for a whole lot of detail and build quality in that sense. But that's actually pretty cool. That'll go good with my other like law enforcement vehicles I have in a 1/43rd scale for sure. Get this thing out of the way, and this thing out of the way. This knife I used to open up the car. But yeah, here are the Halloween cars as well. So in the front, I have this 73. Taurus looks pretty good, though. Those rims really ruined the look for me. Yeah, I didn't mention, the wheels are kind of weird. You know what they were doing? They were trying to do dog dish wheels, but instead they just put on these standard Taurus wheels, painted the center silver, and then made the rest black. So, and Motormax has done that too with their 1/18 scale Crown Victoria. You know how, like, I have the version where the wheels are all chrome, but there are some versions of that car where Motormax sort of made mock dog dish wheels by just using the standard Crown Victoria wheel and making the whole thing black and just painting the center chrome to look like it's a dog dish wheel, and they don't look great. For dog dish wheels, you got to have the proper dog dish wheels like these on this Impala here, you know, where you have kind of the smaller spokes. This is so blurry. There's a bit of a better view. You know, you have the center hub, black wheel, like surrounding area and stuff like that. So, yeah, I agree with you on the wheels. They're weird, but the rest of the car is pretty cool. I can't think of any other. If they made the regular Taurus in this scale, I would definitely buy it too, you know? Like, that is something cool. But back to the Halloween cars. Yeah, those look good on the mice, though. Yeah, they even have the Chevrolet bow tie symbol in the centers, and I didn't actually notice that until I began reviewing it for my video, and I'm like, oh, cool, another detail I missed. But, yeah, that's a really cool model. So in the front, we have a 73 Cadillac Eldorado by Johnny Lightning. Has an opening hood, kind of this almost like a vampire sort of pattern going on with it. So that's a cool one there. Then in this row, we have kind of this Day of the Dead looking Buick Riviera by Hot Wheels. It has kind of these cool like metal flake skull wheels on there and these Day of the Dead masks. This is from the Art Car series, hence the letter on the roof. But I love that one too. Then we have an Acura Integra Boost Brigade. It has like a skull and crossbones with, I guess, dumbbells on it on the roof, and then you have kind of this pattern on the side there. Speaking of skull and crossbones, we have this BMW 850i by Matchbox, the Ripper. You got the skull and crossbones on the hood, Ripper on the doors, which do open, by the way, too, which is neat. You didn't really see that too often for like mid-90s Matchbox cars, but yeah, this is a pretty cool one. I think Hot Wheels did a BMW 8 Series as well from this era, but yeah, nice. Then we have this Ford Maverick. Yeah, 71 Maverick Grabber with sort of this skull wheel pattern and kind of this Halloween pattern along with the skull on the hood there. This is kind of another, like, I guess, Day of the Dead, I guess, paint scheme, which is very cool. And these two I found at Giant in the past month. These are from the current, like, I guess, Halloween car series. You have Rapid Transit in purple. It says Graveyard Shift on the side, and then you have skull wheels. You got a green one for the, or green ones for the front, and then black and gray ones for the rear. That's a pretty cool looking car. Then you have this Mummy car. I forget. I have to look at the bottom to see what it's called, but it has kind of like the mummy tape pattern and the mummy coloring on it. And this one, does this one have skull wheels? No, it doesn't, but it has kind of brownish wheels. What is this? Diesel Boy. Nice. So that has kind of a mummy pattern on it. Then we got two candy cars. We have the Butterfinger Mustang, which I love very much. It has a metal base on it. And I just love Butterfingers in general. And then we have this Reese's van that one of my best friends gave to me. This was, I think, a Hot Wheels Premium or something. But this is the Dream Van. I think it's the Dream Van XV something, something. What is it? Yeah, Dream Van XGW. But this is a super cool casting, and the Reese's just looks awesome on there. Goes excellent with my Butterfinger car. So thank you for that. And then I guess we'll look at the windowsill cars too, which are also Halloween. Pretty nice finds, says Bowman. Yeah, thank you. It's always cool to find all these cars in stores and stuff. But here's the window. We have the Spider Speeder in purple, kind of a transparent purple. I also have a blue version of this too, and I think there's also like a red version maybe. Then we have this Baja Bone Shaker, which was a treasure hunt from 2020. I love this one. It says treasure hunt on the side. Then you have kind of these cool raised up orange like skull wheels. They're very cool. Then here's the Skull Crusher in light blue. And then we have kind of 5 different Matchbox cars from a Matchbox Halloween 5-pack. So here's the Mummy Mustang. It's a 68, a Mustang Cobra Jet. We have the 33 Ford Coupe with a vampire on it. The Mummy 1970 Pontiac GTO, the Judge with the black spoiler. Then we have the Ghost Camaro, that's a 69 Camaro. And then way over there we have the 57 Corvette with the skeleton on the side and some bones going on. So always cool to have all these Halloween cars kind of set up for the season, for the theme and stuff. Close this up, but yeah, cool if they had some like Thanksgiving cars. I know it's kind of weird, but I do have some like holiday cars, like for Christmas and like New Year's and stuff. They'll be coming out definitely later in the month, next month, and then I guess for my November stream, you'll probably see those, or I guess my December stream is probably more appropriate to be showing those for that. So definitely you'll be seeing those then too. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of all that. I do have some Tamikas down here. Not really a set theme going on here, but we have the Subaru Impreza, the Subaru Forester, and the Nissan Versa Note, and the Nissan Leaf. These all came from Walmart, because pre-pandemic, Walmart actually did have Tamika cars there. Very briefly, I think slightly post-pandemic. I don't know if they still have Tamikas there or not. I definitely didn't see any when I went there a month and a half ago. Walmart in general is just always a mess there. I don't really like it all that much, and I've kind of noticed the same for like different like Dollar Trees and stuff. The Dollar Tree that we were at today was not a mess at all. There was some mess in like the toy section, but at least stuff was at least somewhat organized. Haven't been able to see the Tamikas for a while. I don't think they're selling them anymore. These are from 2018 when they first launched at Walmart. They first launched in June of Oh, I'm sorry, not 2018. 2019. These launched in June of 2019, and of course we had the pandemic in early 2020. There are, I think, 2 more series or sets of cars introduced after that, and after that they just kind of stopped. I assume because they weren't selling or something. I'm not really too sure on that, but these are from the second and third waves, quote unquote, of cars from that 2019, I guess, series or era. Yeah, they first came to Walmart in June of 2019, and I pretty much missed out. Well, I wouldn't say I missed out. I had some like health stuff going on around that month, so I didn't really get a chance to even think about or look for the cars there. And then around September, I realized, oh wait, they have these Tamikas there at Walmart. So I went, found this one. Actually, yeah, I found these 2 there on the same trip, the Impreza and the Versa. And then I went back and to see if they had the Wave 3 cars, which were the Subaru Forester and 3 others. And they sure enough had them. And then I think the Leaf was part of that wave too with the Subaru Forester. But I think it was kind of a cool way to get these just kind of like normal everyday cars that nobody else would make, I suppose. And that's how I think Tamika and Majorette are kind of unique compared to Hot Wheels. And of course, Matchbox has every models of like everyday cars, and Hot Wheels, I guess, in some cases does. But really, for like foreign, how does the Forester compare to the Matchbox one? It's funny. I saw the red Hot Wheels Matchbox Forester at Dollar Tree, but I didn't get it. So okay, so the Matchbox version is a 2020 Forester, and this is a 2019 or a 2020 model. The Matchbox will have, I think, more properly sized wheels for the car, but the Tamica definitely, I think, has better paint overall, and definitely a better kind of, detail on like badging job in general. But I think the Matchbox comes in green, in metallic green, and metallic red, and the Tamica comes in blue and white. You're definitely going to have an easier time finding the Matchbox, at least here in North America. So I think it wins in that sense. But aside from that, I think the Tamica is better overall in terms of detail and everything. And the same holds true for the Nissan Leaf as well. Matchbox also has a 2018 Nissan Leaf casting similar to this one, but the Tamica I think has the more proper detailing in general. They both have similar, like really nice looking paint, but in terms of like the separately cast lights and the badging and stuff, Tamica I think wins in that sense. And of course, nobody else makes a Nissan Versa or a Subaru Impreza, unfortunately. So Tamica just wins outright in general for those two cars. But yeah, hope to find more Tamicas in general. I definitely have a whole bunch. I have to do a video on those. I have several showcase videos I want to do, including Tamica, Greenlight, Johnny Lightning, and Majorette. Just my whole collections of those cars. So they'll be coming either towards the end of this year or beginning of next year. I guess speaking of other channel stuff, this Impala will be coming next. I will do an unboxing that'll be coming up tomorrow, actually. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. And then we'll have the review of this up at maybe a few days after that. I'd say maybe Wednesday or Thursday coming up. You'll see that video. And then we'll have the Porsche 911 GT3 Diecast Koenigsegg. Alfari 89 says Diecast Koenigsegg. I have two Diecast Koenigsegg's, but they're both by Hot Wheels. We have the Gemera and the Jesko. I really hope a budget manufacturer makes a Jesko or a Jera or something. I think GT Spirit makes a resin of the Jesko, but it's almost $100. But that's just something to think about for sure, I suppose. But yeah, the Impala comes next, and then we'll have an unboxing and review of the Porsche 911 GT3 by Maisto. Absolutely. This is Maisto's first release of a Porsche model in 1/18 scale for over a decade. So this is definitely a big deal for Maisto, and I think for budget Porsche collecting, because Maisto never made the previous gen Carrera or previous gen 911 in 1/18 scale. Well, he did, of course. I kind of like this angle here that I'm doing this. Like look at that. Hello, bro. Good morning. Hey. As I just sit here and pan around for no reason. But yeah, the GT3 will come after the Impala. That Maisto 911 has been really hard for me to find. Same for me, and I think part of it, wow, 918 Spider. Yeah, the 918 Spider is by Welly. So this is by Welly. The Carrera is also by Welly, and the Carrera GT and the 911 GT3 are by Maisto. But yeah, this is a relatively new release still, this GT3. It just came out in June. So unless you find it at a wholesale club, it's going to be kind of hard to find online as of right now. But I think Maisto's releasing more colors, and this will just become more widely available in general. So you won't have any trouble finding it, I think, come like next month or the one after. So you'll have those those 4 videos, I should say, to look forward to. We got the unboxings of this and that, and the reviews of this and that. I do still want to do a video showcasing my big like Lego car collection, as in like my larger scale Lego cars. That's what I'm talking about here. This Camaro is an example. I have this Camaro, I have that white Porsche, and I have a few other large Lego cars as well. You know what? We got 2 more actually on this side of the room. Yeah, like these. We have the Corvette ZR1 and the Lamborghini Gallardo. So these will be in that video. I have a few others too. Just to kind of follow up from that Speed Champions video that I did. I just wanted to show all of these kind of larger scale Lego cars off as well. But they're actually pretty cool. Here's all my random kind of Halloween stuff I have laying out here. This is a Technic Corvette, so you have working steering and working pistons. And then this Lamborghini Gallardo is by Lego Racers. And then this actually has a working top. I've had this one for 13 years now. That's crazy to think about. And this top goes up. Somebody just said that the Lego Camaro was too expensive for them or something. Yeah, these Lego car sets are both getting bigger and getting pricier. So I kind of agree with you on that. I got the Camaro as a gift. Um, so I was very happy and fortunate to have it in that sense. But I think the bigger Lego cars are both getting larger in scale, like almost 1/12 scale as opposed to like 1/16 or 1/15 scale as they were previously doing. And they're getting more expensive, I guess, to accommodate for both the more detailing and kind of just the larger piece count in general. So yeah, this is pretty big. I mean, look, there's my hand. Do you have a Bugatti diecast? I have several Bugatti diecasts. I have a couple of Hot Wheels Chirons. I have a 118 Chiron by Barago, a 118 Devo by Barago, and a 118 Veyron by Rastar. In fact, I wonder if the Devo will be easy to get to. Yeah, the Devo's way back here. I have it loose on a shelf because it's I have a Motormax 1974 Ford Maverick. It's still in production. Oh yeah, I have the 74 Maverick by Motormax too. Mine's actually black. I can't get to it now. It's actually downstairs, but I'm just pulling out my Bugatti Devo. Here's my Devo by Barago. Whoever was asking about the Bugattis, definitely one of Barago's better efforts. I think the Sion is also a really just excellent model. I think Barago has really improved in quality in general in the past couple of years, actually, for sure. So, yeah, Bugatti Devo. And this comes in several colors now, too. I think Costco has an exclusive blue version. It also comes in red and some other colors, too, I suppose. But, yeah, that's the Devo there. Kind of put this away, I suppose. But all the different textures and materials on this car is actually pretty cool. And you would, I guess, sort of see that, I suppose, for the real Devo as well. So, I haven't been too big of a fan of the Devo just as a car. Yeah, I think like, what do I like better, the Devo or I think I like the Chiron better in general. My Maverick is in red, and is Motormax still making the Maverick? I think they're still making it, yeah. I know that I got mine from CVS last year or the year before, and I think it's still being made. I'm not too sure on that, though. What is Auto Art Brands? Auto Art is like a higher end model company, and they don't make diecast cars anymore. Theirs are made of composite, which I'm still not too clear on what composite is, if it's like plastic or something. It's definitely not diecast. You'll definitely be seeing lighter weight models from them. I'm not really a big fan of that. And they're just so expensive too. I pretty much am able to find cheaper versions of Auto Art models that I want. So I end up getting those instead of the Auto Art versions. Like, for example, I know for sure that Auto Art did a Porsche Carrera GT. But because the Maisto one is so good for a cheap price, I got the Maisto one. So there's always kind of compromises, I think, to make. Sorry. In terms of like prices and stuff like that for upper end and like lower end models and everything like that. Speaking of upper end models, I did get an upper end model for this year. I kind of get one per year. You'll be seeing that on my Instagram page. I'm going to be doing kind of a photo shoot with 4 different cars outside for 1/18 scale cars, of course. And that will be one of the 4 cars. So that will be unboxed and reviewed. Well, I already unboxed it, of course. I just have to review it. That'll come more towards the end of the year. And then that'll be kind of it for 1/18 scale car reviews and unboxings for at least a little while. I've gotten pretty much all the ones that I want currently as of right now. And I'm also just kind of running out of space to store all these things, unfortunately. But you'll definitely be seeing the videos of the Impala and the Porsche 911 Carrera, or not the Porsche 911 Carrera, the Porsche 911 GT3. And then I'll have some more videos up between those 2 videos. And then when I upload the video of the upper end model that I will unveil, I guess, and I think I already kind of teased it a little bit when I posted a picture on Instagram of my previous kind of display that I had going on my shelf in my room. So, but yeah, I'll still feature 118 scale videos or 118 scale models in videos. There are several showcases I want to do. I do want to showcase all my 118 Corvettes together, and I do want to showcase all like my 118 dealer edition and promo models in a video as well. And then, yeah, I also have a couple of models that I got as spares to like take apart and stuff, so I'll probably do a video on those as well. Because you guys know I did like my parts bin video. You know, in fact, I may even be able to show you what I'm talking about. Have you gotten the new Maisto Countach yet? No, I don't know if I'm really planning on it because it's hard to find. And I already have a bunch of Lamborghinis that I kind of prefer the over the Countach. So I don't know. I might get that, but more than likely I probably won't get it, unfortunately. So here is a bag of 118 scale parts. The Maverick Motor Max has some quality issues. I found out that the seat is loose, the steering column. Is that what they are known for, the Maverick? Hang on, I gotta read the rest of your comment. The Maverick Motor Max diecast has some quality issues. I found that the seat is loose and the steering column. Is that what they are known for? Is your Maverick the same as mine with the same issues? I don't think I have the same exact issues that you have, but I definitely, I think, have a couple of paint blemishes on it, now that I'm thinking of it. But yeah, I think Motormax in general just has problems like that. And that really is kind of a shame because they have potential for sure. They've made some, I think, unique models over the years. Show Lamborghini Sion. I think that's in here somewhere. Go back to the closet once again. Oh, actually, you know what? It's right on top here. It's in a box. And yeah, you know what? You're right. It is kind of a similar, like I really do get, I think, new Countach vibes from the Sion, as you can see here. I got this one from Sam's Club. I think this is probably the best model I've gotten from Sam's Club. It's basically like a $50 model for 17 bucks, and that's just fantastic. I think the quality of the Brago Sion is a little bit better than the quality of the Maisto Countach, but not by much. They're both, I think, really well-detailed models. And it's really cool to see that both Maisto and Brago are just improving in general on both the models that they're offering and their quality. I love the paint on the Sion. Yeah, I do too. I mean, the green is awesome. It's like a matte green. Like who? I don't know what other car can, I guess, get away with this color scheme. It's just fantastic. I love it. And then of course you also have the matte white and the matte, I think, red versions of the Sion. And of course, they're made by Brago, but if you get these from wholesale clubs, they'll be in Maisto branded boxes. So just keep that in mind, but a lot of you guys already, I think, know that. But here's my box of Maisto Thunderbird parts, or bag. I took apart this beat-up Thunderbird I got off of eBay. So now I have an extra roof, an extra set of wheels, an extra set of seats, all this extra stuff. So I'll be doing a video, I think, on that, like how to part out a 118 scale car. Maybe. I don't know if it's enough content to have for a single video, but there's like the exhaust and engine components and stuff from there. This is a mess. I'm not going to take it all out of the bag right now, but I have my mint condition T-Bird, and now I have this kind of parts T-Bird. So that is kind of cool. I think it's always good to have like a parts car if you collect a lot of 118 scale vehicles in case you like need a part for something, or if you want like a project to work on, I suppose. So how much did you buy that Lamborghini Sion? Can you review the Maverick diecast? Perhaps, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I got the Sion for $17 from Sam's Club. And it retails elsewhere for, I think, around $40 or $50. And I think even that price range is okay, because it is a really well-detailed model, I think, for a Brago model, even for like a newer Brago model. So definitely something to consider if you're into Lamborghinis and stuff like that, for sure. There we go, throw that out. I love the matte green Lamborghini. Yeah, that's one I think my favorite, I guess, modern Lamborghinis. The real one came out, or was unveiled, I think, in late 2019. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. So I think it was kind of forgotten about in a lot of ways. I think production might have ended already. They were only going to make 37 total units of it. And actually, the Countach, the current Countach, that's only going to be in production for 2022. It's like a 1 year only kind of limited run car, so that is kind of cool to see. Well, that's kind of like how the Scion was. How many cars do you have? 1/18 scale cars? Over 50. I used to know the exact number, but I haven't counted for a while. I may do that at some point. I can't do it right now because they're like all over the place, but I'm definitely winding down now, and I'm not going to get any new ones for quite a while, I don't think, just because I already have so many that um, that I wanted and that I already have, and just because of, space, like just for the sake of space and everything. But um, the interior different color on the Thunderbird. I bet you can convert the Thunderbird to a red interior. Actually, I have two. Yeah, actually, the Maisto Black Thunderbirds all came with the black and red two-tone interiors. So that interior in that kind of mess of a parts car bag that I showed you is the same as the one in like my mint condition car. But I figured maybe I would paint the seats from the parts car just to. What hypercars do you like? I really like the Lamborghini Scion. I like kind of the Porsche GT3s, the Bugatti Chiron, just ones like those. And I like older ones too, like the Celine S7 and like the Pagani Zonda. They're from like like the 2000s. So they're just a few that I like there. Um, I do like Ferraris too. I'm not a huge fan of Ferrari compared to like other brands, but yeah, those are there too, of course. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to. Oh, here's 4 Kinsmore pullback cars I'm gonna be putting up on the display case. Uh, Actually, no, this one's a Corey. Have you picked up any of the Greenlight Hollywood models from Walmart? No, I haven't, but I do want to look there in general for cars. I like Pagani, Koenigsegg, and Bugatti. Yeah, same here. They're all pretty cool brands and cool cars. The Greenlight Hollywood series. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What I want to get is the Greenlight Showroom Floor series. It's like a series of like newish cars in just like factory paint schemes. Like there's a 2021 Tahoe from that series in like dark red, which reminds me of my Mazda 126 scale Tahoe, which is also in dark red. So I really do want that set because it just looks really cool. Um, so yeah, that's I think something to get for sure. I'm not sure if I'll find it at Walmart, but on Amazon, everyone, I don't know if any of you knew this, but you can get sets of Greenlight cars, like sets of 5 or 6. Like you can get the whole set or series. You should review the SSR diecast. I did actually. The Chevy SSR, my purple one, yeah, I did review that one a couple of years ago now, actually, and it quickly got some pretty good views. I think because it's just such a weird car that everyone was like, "What is that thing? Like, what the hell?" So they all watched it, and I do really like that vehicle too. I definitely do want to make a top 20 Maisto model video where I just kind of talk about the top 20, best Maisto models. And I already kind of have criteria set for that. And that criteria will be models that are significant to the history of Maisto or the history of diecast cars, models that are just really high quality in general by Maisto, and I had the third criteria, but I forget what it is. But I've been kind of putting off doing that one for a while, and I do kind of want to do it now because I pretty much have all the, better or what I think are the best Maisto models, except for 1 or 2. But I don't really want to get the 2 that I'm thinking of. But I'll definitely be mentioning those, and we'll have I think a lot of honorable mentions because it's even hard to just narrow it down to 20 models because Maisto has made so many over the years that we all love and everything. I can tell you that the Impala will be on that list for sure, because it's a really good model overall, and no one else made a 118 model of this generation of Impala. So you should review multiple vehicles in the video. Yeah, if you're talking about this video, I do have to review the Porsche and the Impala. I haven't done that yet, but I have done comparison reviews. I don't know if you guys, I didn't get too many views on them, so they're kind of buried in my other videos. But I did a comparison review of the Maisto and Road Signatures Datsun 240Z, and I did a comparison review of the Maisto and Beanstalk Group Ford Thunderbirds. Oh, I forgot. I also did one of the Motormax and Maisto Lexus SC430s. And I just pretty much tore apart the Motormax one in that video because it was just such poor quality compared to the Maisto version. Now, I no longer have my Motormax Porsche 911 Turbo, Lexus SC430, or GT Cruiser. They're all gone. I had to make space, so they were the first three that I guess had to go because I wasn't too happy with their quality and I just wasn't really putting them out on display too much. Can you make a video of your entire collection of diecast? Yeah, I do definitely want to make a video where I show my entire 1/18 scale collection and my entire 1/24 scale car collection. Make Porsche and Impala in the same video. I was actually going to do two separate videos for those because I do kind of want to showcase them kind of more in depth separately. Maybe I'll show the Impala in the upcoming Porsche video kind of in the background maybe. I'm not too sure on that yet, but I do want to post on Instagram just all the cars I got from Sam's Club this year. I've got the taxi version of the Impala from a while ago. LOL. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And that's actually based off a real taxi cab, like down to the license plate, which I thought was incredibly cool. There was a Chicago Impala, or a Chicago taxi Impala, that that this model was modeled after, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of twisting up my words a little bit there. But yeah, so I thought that was awesome that Maisto did that. And for the California Highway Patrol version that I have, I think there was an actual CHP cruiser that looked a little bit like this. I saw some old pictures online, except for the real life version, you don't have this vector light bar. You have kind of a light bar in the windshield or up top or something. And then he had, I think, the traffic advisor mounted in the back behind the seats there as well. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's just pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to show my three trucks there. I have three 1/43-ish scale trucks. We have the Silverado, or the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra by Motormax, and then we have the Mercedes X-Class by Kinsmart. Can the Impala be in the background in the video? Yeah, maybe, if I think of it. But yeah. And these are all pullbacks, by the way, too. All three of these trucks. So that's pretty cool. Opening doors. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I would have to show and everything. This one's going to be kind of a shorter stream anyway compared to the other ones that I've done. Really wish they re-released the SS version of the Impala instead of the CHP. In a way, yeah, I kind of agree, but the police version is pretty cool. I think I'm ultimately glad that they picked that particular livery for the police car, because it does look awesome with that particular like livery and deco on there. But I agree, I think the SS would have been cool, but I think Maisto figured that if they were going to be re-releasing it, then more of the police version would sell, because you got to know that the primary audience for these cars are, you know, kids. So I think kids at Sam's Club are going to want to probably get the police car more than just the regular black car or something like that. I, of course, would have gotten the SS if it had been there for sure. If they released it in like silver or dark red, that would have been incredible. But most only released it in black, and only for a short time. And they're hard to get. Compared to the police and taxi versions, it's hard to find for cheap. In fact, impossible to find for cheap, I would say. And even if you're not a member of Sam's Club, you can get the Impala CHP version for, you know, $30 to $50 on eBay, which I don't think is definitely a bad price. Nick, I had a 2017 Chevrolet Silverado diecast from Motormax. Oh, cool. I don't have the Silverado from them. Well, I have the 1/43 scale version. This is actually a 2019 Silverado and a 2019 GMC Sierra. They make these in both 1/43 and 1/27 scale, which is pretty cool to have kind of both scales of sort of these newer trucks. I wish there were more larger scale, like 1/18 scale models of newer trucks, but I think because the trucks themselves are so big in real life, making models of them would be expensive for like production line costs, and they wouldn't fit in kind of standard model boxes. So yeah, that's that, I suppose. But yeah, these will be going up on the display case. And these I'm going to be putting away after, I think, the day after tomorrow, because it'll be November after that. No more like Halloween stuff, but that's fine. I do want to show off my Hallmark ornament cars once the holidays kind of roll around. The fact they made the 79 F-150 gives me hope that they will release more trucks. I agree, and that's actually a 1/20th scale truck, by the way, everyone. On Diecast Exchange, somebody did do a photo shoot slash review of it because they found it at Sam's Club, and it's actually 1/20th instead of 1/18th scale, which is slightly disappointing, but at least, I guess at least it's that 1/21st scale. I mean, I don't know, but I thought that was cool that they released that. That was a total secret. Meister didn't even preview that at all. It just showed up at Sam's Club. So maybe it'll be part of the regular catalog for 2023. I don't know. Still larger than the Lightning, lol. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people do not like that Lightning casting. I thought it was cool in that fire truck livery, so I got that for that reason. I don't know how long I'll be keeping it for. I think I'll probably keep it for at least a little while. In spite of the, grossly underscaled scale of that truck, it is a pretty well detailed truck considering it was released back in like the 90s as like a Barago model. But yeah, I agree. At least it is bigger than that Lightning. The F-150 is actually, or the 79 version is actually based, I think, off of Sam Walton's truck, the guy who founded Walmart. So it is kind of fitting that, Sam's Club is selling that particular color scheme there. It's pretty easy to remove the rear toolbox on the 79 F-150 if you were concerned about that. I know some people managed to do that. I guess it's screwed in or something. I'm probably not going to end up getting that or finding it, but I thought it was kind of cool that Maisto made it, I guess. My main, I guess, find was the Impala. Once I knew that they were bringing that back, I'm like, all right, we got to get that one. But yeah. I like how Maisto's kind of re-releasing these retired models from like 2004 each year for Sam's Club and Costco. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, if you either weren't around then or if you, it's just clipped in and leaves two holes in the bottom of the bed. Okay, I figured it was clipped in some way. But but as I was saying, for the retired models, if you weren't around or if you weren't collecting back then, and those models were out and you kind of missed out on them, it is kind of cool that Maestos are bringing them back. They brought back the Impala police car. Last year it was the '03 Mustang Cobra. Year before that it was the Jeep Rescue, and then also last year was the Nissan 350Z. So yeah, I think it is cool to see that kind of stuff. But yeah. Don't really have too much to, I guess, talk about now, since I kind of showed all the cars I have out currently. Anyone else have more? I guess still mad that I won't be able to find the Cobra, or still mad I was not. It was still mad. I was not able to find the Cobra. I'm lucky to have found it. It's a bright orange version. I'm shocked that they brought that back too. I only found it because I came into Sam's Club like the day after they like restocked or something. There was like still 4 there, I think. That was a good year because then I ended up getting my 2 Broncos that have gotten me a 9,000 view video. So yeah, yeah. I wonder what they're gonna bring back next year for a retired model. Hopefully something else from 2004, maybe like the Hummer H2 or something. I'm not really sure. I think one of their BMWs or Porsches would be nice if they brought that back, or Mercedes Benz. They don't have too many Maisto Mercedes-Benz models on sale currently in their catalog. So that would be cool to see for sure. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Unless you guys have anything to bring up in the chat here or anything before we kind of tune out, I guess. But yeah, the unboxing of the Impala will come tomorrow, and then yeah, I'll be posting more on Instagram. I'm going to be doing kind of a Halloween post, and it'll have all these cards in it, so it won't be anything too special for you guys, at least, who are watching the stream here. But they'll be coming up on Halloween, and then I have a photo shoot that I did that'll be coming up after my Halloween post. So I do want to post on my Instagram page more. It's actually older than my channel, and I don't really post that much on there. So I figured, you know what, I might try to post more on there. It'll be awesome if they re-release that SLK 550. Oh yes, yeah, I agree. Or any of the Mercedes models from the 2000s, like the CLS, um, the CLK, the ML55, any of those. If they were, if Maisto were to re-release any of those, that would be cool. And they never say; they just appear at Sam's Club. So that's kind of both annoying and a cool surprise, I guess, too. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else to bring up here. But yeah, fun stuff coming up ahead for the channel and for my Instagram page. We'll have the unboxings and reviews of the Impala and the 911 GT3. And then we'll have, of course, the usual Hot Wheels hunting videos and other, I guess, recurring stuff that you see on Nick's Diecast. And I'll definitely be, I think, posting more on the Instagram page as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy your Halloween weekend and hope this was kind of, I guess, a nice kickoff to that. Well, it's Saturday night, so I assume the kickoff would have been last night if I had done the stream last night. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the Halloween cars and all the different cars I have out on display right now. Tomorrow I'll be uploading the Impala unboxing, so you guys can all stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for the Impala review coming up later on in the week as well. I'm really excited for both, so just awesome stuff. All right, thank you all for joining.